Hello everybody, hello. Welcome to Joanne's Kitchen. How's everybody doing today? I hope all is well. I truly do. Me and mine, we doing good. To my new subscribers, thank you so much for choosing to subscribe to my channel. And welcome to Joanne's YouTube family. I'm so glad to have you. Yes, I am. And to those of you that haven't subscribed yet, what you waiting on now? Go ahead and take the time to subscribe. And be sure to tap that notification bell so every time I upload one of these tasty recipes, you want to be notified. Because you don't want to miss whatever twists I come up with on these recipes. And speaking of twists, I got one for y'all today. Okay. Now everybody done heard of chicken and Pollo rice. Everybody done tried it. Okay. So I want to do something a little different. I'm going to do my take of rice and ribs Pollo. Ribs and rice Pollo, okay? So I got some and I'm doing country style ribs, okay? I'm using country style ribs. I'm not using spare ribs for this recipe, but I'm gonna try it again with the spare ribs, okay? I want to do the country style ribs because most country style ribs, you know, they ain't got no bone in them. I got about one or two that got bone, but most of them are just meat only, okay? And then the spare ribs, you know, you got to move up the bone. So, I got them in my sink. They already been cleaned up. So, we just going to cut them because we're going to cut them in bite-sized pieces, okay? I'm not going to use them whole. So, I'm going to season these and I'm going to let it sit for about 1 hour or 2. I'm going to let it sit until I get ready to start cooking. So, I'm going to let it marinate. And it's after 2 now. It's 2:45. So, I'm going to let it sit for a couple hours until I come back and start cooking. And it ain't going to take this recipe long to throw it together, okay? So, I'm going to tell you what you need step by step. But right now, I'll tell you that after when we come back. But right now, we're going to get to the seasoning part, okay? So that's my ribs over there in the sink. And I'm just going to... I forgot to get my damn gloves. I had to take a little thing of water, shoot. Ooh. Okay. So we're going to do... and see, that got a bone in it. Let me get a bowl because we gotta have something for these to go in when I cut them up. I'm gonna do the bones ones last, so that's 2 with the bones right there. And I had like about 3 packages. You know, it don't be that many come in a pack, but about 3. At least in my neck of the woods, you know. So I'm going to get to cutting these, and I'm going to show y'all how I'm going to cut them. This is going to be good. Now, this is my first time trying this recipe, doing it like this. I'm going to, but I know it's going to be good. Okay. Now I'm going to leave some fat on. Some fat I'm not going to leave on. So I'm going to cut them in pieces like this right here. Okay. If y'all can see that, that's how I'm doing it. Okay. fat. Then you're gonna need a sharp knife. See, that's all fat right there. We don't want that. Let's see, can I cut a little bit of that fat off? Some fat is good, but that's a whole lot of fat. Okay, now here's the bone. So I'm just going to take the meat off the bone. Now, when you guys get ready to do it, like, you can cut it however you want to cut it. You can leave it like how, you know what I'm saying? There's no special way to do it. I think it's better but this way because I'm going to saute these. And I'd rather saute them like this than like this. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to put them in the pothole like that. But you can. Now it's up to you. But y'all gonna see how I'm gonna break this down. I was gonna boil it, which I still am, but I wasn't gonna saute it, you know what I'm saying? I pretty much know how to make this, you know, but I'm just doing it a little tad bit different than how I'll do my chicken and rice. You know what I mean? And I was sitting there and I'm like, what kind of ingredients that I can put with it to make it a little different? Then I say, bam, I got the ingredients. I had to go to the store and get one of them though. Because I ain't have that one. I don't usually cook that one too much. It's going to be good, y'all. I know it's going to be good. Because I'm finna hook this up. See, when you get to the bone part, I only had like two, maybe like two and that little half one with a bone. It's kind of hard to do because you got to try to cut. Get the meat from the bone. Let's see, this. Let me get that part right there. Oh, this tender part right there. That's the membrane right there. Okay. It's another bone. So you gotta have a good sharp knife. Okay, so y'all see how big I got them in chunks, like, right? Okay, so that's what you want. Now we're gonna season these mama tappers. I should have had a big pan. Let me get a pan because I can remove them in a pan better than I can in this bowl. And this gonna be enough for my ribs and rice Pollo. So I'm just adding a little oil on it. And the seasons that I'm using, no special seasons. You can use the seasons that you got. I'm going to be using some adobo. I'm going to be using accent salt, paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, soul food seasoning, Sazon, and black pepper. Okay? And a little sea salt. So I'm going in with a little sea salt. I'm going to let this sit on here for about an hour or two just to let these flavors, this season marinate in this meat a little bit. Okay, my adobo. Okay, onion powder, as much as you like. Garlic powder, as much as you like. Soul food seasoning. If you don't have soul food seasoning, you can use seasoned salt. Whatever kind of seasoning you use. You just want to season your food. You know what I mean? Okay, that's enough of that. We ain't going to use too much of that. The Sazon. That's enough of that. Black pepper. Okay, that's enough. Accent salt. And last but not least, I'm going in with paprika. And then, y'all, I'm doing a little bit extra. I'm going to do some white powder.
Is that water?
Okay, not too much white powder. Okay, that's it. Then I'm going to take my hands and just mix this all up together. Okay, now I'm going to put it back in my bowl. I just couldn't mix it in the bowl without it going all over everywhere. Y'all know what I mean, right? Okay. So, what I'm going to do is put this in the refrigerator. Let all that season marinate. And then we're going to come back and we're going to saute this. And I'm going to tell y'all what we're going to saute it with. Okay? You're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 ingredients. 5 ingredients to saute this. Alright? So I'll see y'all back in a few. Okay, you guys. What you guys will need for your rib and rice Pollo, okay? In this bowl right here, I have some fresh ginger, okay? You're only gonna need like 3 little slices of the fresh ginger. I have, let me see, 2, 4, 6, 7. I have 7 fresh cloves of garlic, okay? Now, do not use the minced garlic. You're gonna need the whole garlic, okay? Now, you can buy the garlic in the bowl, or you can just buy the fresh already peeled garlic, which I have here, okay? But you're gonna need 7 fresh garlic cloves, and we're gonna chop these up, and 3 pieces of the fresh ginger, okay? Do not use ginger powder, okay? You're gonna need fresh ginger, okay? And then I have 3 fresh carrots here. I'm gonna get a can of sweet peas because I'm gonna be using sweet peas also. And you can use frozen. I went to the store to get the ginger, and I was intending to get some frozen and some frozen peas and carrots, and walk right out the store and then think about it until I was home. Darn, I forgot to get the frozen peas and carrots. So I'm gonna use 3 fresh carrots, and I got them cut this size right here. Real thin, small, because they'll cook faster like this, okay? So this is how you want them, okay? Like real thin, like y'all can see that? Real thin, okay? And then I have some mushrooms. Now I don't care what kind of mushrooms you use. I got some white mushrooms because they was like $1.99. Compared to the brown baby mushrooms was like $3.69. So I get the white ones, okay? And then you're gonna need some soy sauce, and I'm using less sodium in soy sauce. You're gonna need some white pepper. You're gonna need some chicken stock. Now this recipe is called for chicken stock. If you don't have chicken stock, you can use water, because I only have 1 thing of chicken stock, so the rest I'll be filling up with water. And you're gonna need some sugar, okay? But we're only gonna be doing a teaspoon of sugar. So I have my stove on here, my pot on, and I'm gonna put a little bit of oil in here. because we're gonna get ready and we're gonna brown the meat, okay? So we don't have to put any flour on this or anything like that. Just to get them nice and brown. And it's going to take me a little minute because I have to fry these in batches. So when they get done, I'm going to put them in this colander with the paper towels in. I'm going to put them in there. So we're just going to get them nice and brown on both sides. And that's it. We're not cooking them until they get done. We're just going to get them brown on both sides. Because they're going to finish cooking in the pot when we put the rice in. Now, if you have a won't to cook this in, I don't have my won't no more. I gotta get me another one, cause it'll cook much faster and it'll be much better in the won't. In the won't. But if you don't worry about it. Just cooking in with whatever you have, like I'm doing. Okay, so we're gonna let this batch get done, and then we got about maybe about 2 more batches. Okay. So I'm gonna bring y'all back over this way, and I'm going to chop up my. While that's getting brown, I'm going to chop up my garlic here. And I'm going to put my garlic and my ginger in the same bowl, since we have to chop up both of them, okay? So it's already peeled. I'll go ahead and put all the brown pieces up. And you want them chopped up kind of fine, okay? You don't want them real big, because this is going into some rice, okay? Eventually it's going to get up in the rice. We're going to pour it in the rice eventually, but not right now. We're just going to saute this in the ginger. Okay, 7 cloves of fresh garlic. Okay, we're gonna get this in the bowl. Okay, now we're going to work on our ginger, okay? So we don't need but 3 pieces of that, okay? So I'm going to slice 3 pieces off. 1, 2, 3. And we don't have to chop this up. We can just leave this like that, okay? So that's all the ginger we need. So I'm just flipping over. And I'm going to go ahead and let this cook.
That's going to be good right there.
It sure will.
I can't wait.
Me neither, because it's smelling good. Okay, you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and let this batch get brown, because we have everything. I told you guys everything that you'll need besides the seasoning, right? 7 fresh cloves of garlic, and you want them nice and diced up. Then 3 fresh ginger. Some mushrooms of your choice, 3 stalks of carrots, sliced thinly, some white pepper, and some soy sauce, okay? and then you're gonna saute your ribs here, okay? So, well, we're gonna let our ribs get brown on one side, flip them over. So I got about maybe 2 more batches to do. I'm gonna fry them up, and then I'm gonna come back and show you guys the next step to this rib and rice. So I'll see you guys back in a few. Okay, y'all, I am back. You see I done cleaned out my pan. I'm gonna add in a little bit of olive oil, just that, and I'm going to go in with the garlic and ginger. Okay, then I'm gonna just stir this for about 3 minutes, and then we're gonna add in our carrots and our mushrooms. Okay. So just a little bit. You don't need but a teaspoon, just to get it caramelized, to get that flavor going. Rather, 3 minutes. The ginger and the garlic there.
The ginger and the what?
The garlic.
The ginger and the garlic. So that's gonna be good?
Yes, it is. So we're going to do this for about 3 minutes. So we got 2 more minutes. And when you do your ginger, make sure that when you get ready to put your fresh ginger in, make sure you cut it real small. So you don't want no big old ginger pieces in your ribs and rice Pollo. So make sure you cut it real small. This is eatable. This size I have here, you can see the piece of ginger there. Let me get you all up in here in this pot. See the piece of ginger there, and the 3 right there. Okay, 1 more minute, and then we're gonna add in the carrots. We're gonna leave the ginger in and the garlic. We're not gonna take that out. We're gonna add in the carrots. I mean the mushrooms. I'm sorry. And when you're sauteing this, make sure you have it on low or medium high heat. Don't do it on high because it's, it'll burn quickly. And you don't want that. Ooh, that aroma. Okay, now we're gonna add in our mushrooms. We're gonna blend all this together for about 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. Add another tablespoon of oil in. Once you get past the cooking, y'all, everything else is just gonna fall in place. It's not gonna take long for it to get done. Because our meat here, I'm going to show you guys the meat. You see? Don't worry about it being tough. It's half done. It's still a little pink in there, but we're gonna let this boil a little bit. Because I got something that's gonna take that toughness away. And then it's gonna be, so we got what? 2 more minutes. Take that toughness away. When I add that soy sauce in there, it's gonna get tender. So you probably just gotta keep adding in the oil. Don't add it in a lot. You just wanna do it about 1 tablespoon at a time. If I'm doing that much, but you know, just eyeball it. You don't need a whole lot. You don't want to drain the, drown the shrimp. You just want to saute them a little bit. So I'll turn the heat up just a little notch. So I'm going to go 1 more minute. Then we're going to add in our carrots. And we're going to saute those for 3 minutes. Okay. Now, we're going to continue to saute, okay? We're going to add in 1 teaspoon of sugar. I'm turning my fire back down. Okay, you guys. Now, before it cut off, I had added in 1 tablespoon of the sugar, right? 1 tablespoon of sugar. And I added in, this is my second. One-4 cup of soy sauce. Okay, we're going to add our meat back in. You're going to mix these together. Now, we're going to add a can of peas to this, but I'm going to let you know when we're going to add the peas because the peas coming out of can. So we don't want them to overcook. So to this, we're going to add in some chicken. Stock. Or you can use chicken broth. Or if you don't have either, water will work just fine. I'm going to do my Pollo right in here. Okay, and we're gonna just let this simmer a little bit before we add in the rice, okay? So you guys, I'm gonna let this simmer about 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna let it come to a boil first, and then I'm gonna cut it down and let it simmer for about 20 minutes. Then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna add in the rice, okay? But while I'm letting it simmer, I'm gonna check it for my meat, for my tenderness, okay? And if I feel like it need to just simmer, because it ain't gonna take long for the rice. So if I feel like it need to be, a little bit more tender, I'm gonna let it cook and continue to add the liquid out in it, okay? So I'll see you guys back in a few. So we're gonna I'm gonna let it come to a boil before I put the lid on, and then reduce it down. So I'll see you guys back. But before I go to the next step of this, I'll be back to show you guys. Okay, good. I let it cook down a little bit. And that's what you want to let it cook down a little bit, okay? Now, I got some bagged rice here. I'm just gonna, let me get my scissors. I'm just gonna empty this rice. I don't know what I did with the scissors. Okay, I'm just gonna empty this rice all over that. The rib tips. This right here don't take but 5 minutes to cook. I got my can of sweet peas. I'm going to drain the water off, okay? One can will be enough. And if it's not tender enough for you guys, you can add some, I'm going to put some peppers in here. And I forgot. I'm going to take some red bell peppers and put in here as well. Next time. So we're going to let this cook. And this, ladies and gentlemen, this Joanne's fam, this is my ribs and rice pollo. Okay, so I'll be back to show you this, guys. When this gets plated up, I'm gonna come back and show you what it's gonna look like plated up. See you in a bit. Alright, everybody. I am done cooking. This looks so good, y'all. Ribs and rice Pollo. Look at my meat tin apart. Ribs and rice Pollo, y'all. You see, this is why I chop the country style ribs up. I dice them up small, well, in chunks. With rice. Okay. And we're gonna do this. You guys like this recipe? Give me a thumbs up. Like, share, and subscribe to Joy's Kitchen. Once again, I thank you all for watching this video. Taste this. It smells so darn good. Gracious God, thank you for this food. Amen. It's hot. Don't tell them. I knew it was gonna be good. Oh my God. It's so freaking hot. You guys try this recipe and let me know how y'all like it. Try it just like I did it. Ribs and rice Pollo 101. Thanks for watching, you guys. See you later. Love you guys. Stay safe.